Hey guys, this is episode number 39 of Daily Thoughts with David Coleman, and we are on a roll today. I'm trying to get a lot of content shot today because I have a lot of thoughts. It is Monday, March 20th, and I've had an absolutely manic Monday. You know that song from the 80s, just another manic Monday. And to be quite honest with you, I don't like that song, but it has perfectly described today. It has been an absolute monster of a day. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of politics, and I'm hoping that YouTube won't censor me on this one because we're going to be talking about Donald J. Trump and the things that are going on with him this week. A lot of interesting stuff came out late last week and over the weekend where a DA, I think his last name is Briggs, from Manhattan, New York, the DA there is possibly considering indicting Donald J. Trump for campaign finance violation, specifically in the aspect of paying the adult star, Stormy Daniels, for basically hush money before the 2016 campaign. Now, I have some complicated views about Donald J. Trump. I did vote for him in 2016 because I thought that, to be quite honest with you, the other alternative was so bad that I would rather vote for just about anyone else on this planet but Hillary Clinton. And that's just my personal political beliefs, and I know that some of you out there are probably voters on the other side, and that's totally fine. That being said, I have a lot of complaints about Donald Trump. I really wish he would stop with the tweeting. Now he's obviously off Twitter, but I really did not like all of the tweeting and some of the kind of mean-hearted, bad, nasty, unstatesmanlike language that he was using on Twitter. I think I have, in my adult years, studied a lot of presidents, specifically that are much older than the presidents, not of the modern era, probably 1940s back, that are statesmen, that are much more refined, that are, not that Donald J. Trump is not intelligent, but are very, very intelligent about the way that they speak. They're very good orators. They're very good at persuading people in a way that isn't mean and not vilifying an entire, half of the country, basically, by the things that they say. Donald J. Trump's policies were very, very good for America. I don't agree with the way that he handled COVID-19 or the pandemic. A lot of the things that were done there were pressured onto him by his cabinet that he agreed with, that I didn't think were very good. I will say that some of his very uncouth behavior when it came to Stormy Daniels, and when it comes to other personal things in his life, and some of the things that he said about, grab him right in the pee, that is not something that we want our president saying or being known to say. I didn't agree with that. That being said, I could not bring myself to vote for Hillary Clinton, who is literally a lizard person, and is probably one of the most evil people on the face of the planet. YouTube, if you hear this, I'm sorry. I just, that's my opinion. That being said, we are now in a situation in this country where we have a 2024 presidential race that's going to be happening. It's going to be starting to gear up here in about 12 months. They normally start their campaigns about 6 months before, 6 to 9 months before the election day, which is, of course, November. And we are starting to look at Donald Trump ramping up his pre-campaign, basically, where he's trying to garner support and get people behind the MAGA train again. So what basically has happened is this DA from Manhattan has taken it upon himself in order to indict Trump, which would therefore have the possibility of him being unable to run, or having this blemish on his record that the Democrats could use in order to do that, to use that conviction or non-conviction against him in the next election, which I assume is going to be Joe Biden running against him in the 2024 presidential election. This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. And I don't even care if you are a Democrat. I think we can all objectively say this is a very bad idea. Here's why. We have gotten to the point now where the left and the Democrats in this country are so desperate in order to get Donald J. Trump out of the public spotlight, to put him away, to you know, they've been talking about impeaching him and putting him in jail for like 7 years now, okay? And every time that they come after him, the people that support the MAGA movement and support Donald J. Trump and the Republicans get more and more fervent when it comes to their support of him, okay? So we are continuing to increase this divide in the country. And if you are going to politically target him on a pretty BS campaign finance violation, which I'm pretty sure he followed the law on from what I've seen, I think he actually did the right thing and used the money in the correct way, we need to have a serious talk about the campaign finance violations of the Democrat Party. And we need to have a serious talk about the donations from all of these extremely suspicious banks and cryptocurrency exchanges that went to Democrat candidates in 2020 and 2016. Let's just bring up FTX as one. Many of you know that I'm into cryptocurrency. The amount of money that came from FTX that went to Democrat candidates is unbelievable. Tens of millions of dollars went to them, okay, from FTX donors. Same thing with Silicon Valley Bank, who gave $73 million to Black Lives Matter, which we all know at this point is a left-wing organization, okay? A lot of the Black Lives Matter organizations then also take their money and donate it directly to Joe Biden's election campaign. That's a real thing. You can go on their website. You can go read their donation scripts, where it all goes to. A lot of it was for Biden 2020, okay? If you don't believe me, go visit the websites. So those are not necessarily campaign finance violations, but what I'm getting to here, we're going to get to Democrat finance, election finance violations here in a second. These are public companies that are supporting a Democratic, the party, cause and causing a massive amount of money to be shoved into these campaigns, okay? That's a problem, okay? And to be quite honest with you, I think we need to take the money out of elections and politics in general, because I think it's all run by money at this point. Let's get to campaign finance violations. Bill Clinton in the 90s, this is in the 90s, okay, remember how much money was deflated compared to what it is now. The value of money has gone up since then. Paid $850,000 to, I don't think it was Monica Lewinsky, but it was another one of his accusers, his sexual accusers, in order to pay her for hush money for his re-election campaign, okay? $850,000. Didn't get a single problem with that. Hillary Clinton has multiple campaign finance violations, okay? We're talking about a systemic problem, and this is just presidential. We don't even want to go into governors and things down there. I'm sure it's even more fraught with campaign finance violations. If we're going to prosecute one man, who of course is the former president of the United States of America, on a bogus campaign finance violation, we need to prosecute everybody for it. So it's either all or it's nothing. And I think a lot of, I hope, I don't know, I hope a lot of people on the left will realize, if we're going to start doing this two-tiered system where everyone on the left gets a misdemeanor or doesn't get prosecuted at all, it never sees the light of day kind of deal, okay, that gets pushed away to the side. But we're going to take one single instance of campaign finance violations, which, to be quite honest with you, like I said, I believe he actually followed the law on this one. And you're going to prosecute Donald J. Trump for this. This is obviously skewed, okay? And people should see this, regardless of who you are, left or right. This goes down a very, 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 very dark alley. Because if we're going to do this for one side, but we're not going to do it for the other, we're going to have a lot of special treatment. And if the Republicans get back in power, when it comes to the presidency, the Senate, you guys are going to be on the other end of this. And I think that's what's brewing right now. So we're going to have to see how this goes. He's supposed to be indicted tomorrow on the 21st. I will keep you guys updated on this channel and let you know what happens and kind of walk you through that on the next one. But in the meantime, I would love for you guys to follow my social media channels, which are David Coleman YT on Instagram. It's Colma63ETH on Twitter. And it is David Coleman 27 on Rumble. I appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and watch some more of the finance videos and some MMA videos on my channel so you can get out of this weird dark zone about politics. And we will see you on episode number 40 next time. Bye.